Manual Notion setup is slow, brittle, and hard to repeat. Notion wants the workspace described in TypeScript, then deployed through the API. The workspace starts looking like infrastructure you can review and rerun. Now the reality check, what it proves, how rerun works, and where trust breaks. The guide starts from a nearly empty Notion space, which is important because it removes the usual ambiguity about what already existed before the script ran. This is not a busy marketing montage. It is a before state you can compare against every later change. The official guide immediately grounds the feature in the experimental branch of the JavaScript SDK. That matters because the launch post says beta, but the implementation you actually touch is still called alpha or experimental and is meant for a workspace you are comfortable modifying. Inside that script, the workflow is declarative. You rename the space, add a teamspace, add a page, add a database, define properties, and seed entries. The point is not a clever code trick. The point is that the final workspace state is described in one place. Stable resource IDs keep the script portable. Name the desired objects in code first, then map them to real Notion IDs later. That mapping is what makes repeatable updates possible. Before the workflow runs, the desired rows are already explicit in code. That is why this is more interesting than a one-shot setup wizard. The target state includes the page, the database schema, and the sample records that should exist after the apply path finishes. The current guide still makes you build before you apply. In the local template, that build step compiled successfully and emitted 6 intents without touching any workspace. We are stopping there on purpose, because the real apply command would write to Notion and the safety rule for this project is explicit: no live apply run. The execution path also makes the current boundary obvious. You need an existing space ID, and the direct API model underneath is asynchronous. Notion documents a post to infra as code that returns a task ID, then a separate async task poll, with a current limit of 5 requests per minute. And the result is real product proof, not a card. The team face exists, the welcome page exists, the database exists, and the seeded entries are visible in the actual Notion workspace. That is the strongest part of the official evidence packet. The rerun story starts with a visible change. The guide fixes a typo and updates page content in code first, which is exactly what you want from infrastructure-style workflows. Edit the desired state. Do not manually repair the live object one field at a time. That update model depends on the saved session state file. It maps resource IDs from the script to the real records in Notion, so the next run knows which teamspace, page, database, and properties should be updated instead of duplicated. That is the core mechanic behind safe reapply semantics. The output confirms that story. The same script runs again, the same records are targeted, and the updated teamspace name or page content shows up in place. That is the product promise that feels new here. Define the end state once, then iterate on it with code and coding agents. The verdict is promising, not production safe by default. Access still needs program acceptance, and the guide still recommends a new workspace. The direct API needs a personal access token, only works inside an existing space, misses some entities, and is throttled. For repeatable workspace ops and coding agent workflows, this is real progress. For a primary production workspace, caution is still right.